let's get some reaction from Israel. Moshe Benbassat is chairman, CEO and co-founder of ClickSoftware Technologies and joins us live from Tel Aviv. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, this is a great loss for the technology sector, but are we really going to suffer? Are we going to have someone who's as an important innovator as Steve Jobs coming forward in the next couple of years?
First, let me say that several years ago, Steve Jobs himself introduced the concept of a gravitational force in a company. And what he meant is that you may have a company with many brilliant people, many brilliant ideas, but unless you have some gravitational force where all these ideas are channeled into a person who consolidates them, you are not really to be a successful company. And Steve did really play this role in Apple, and of course that's the key to the success of Apple. The DNA of Apple, it's unlikely to change in the very near future, and I believe they will continue to be successful.
You're CEO and co-founder of ClickSoftware. Will that impact you in any way, the loss of Steve Jobs and the person that takes the helm of Apple?
No, not really. We are in the business of optimizing service operations, namely maximizing the productivity of service technicians and the responsiveness to their customers who are waiting at home for some repair operations or installations. We use a lot, of course, mobile devices. We were one of the very first companies to introduce mobility into the workforce. So it's unlikely that it will change because the mobility is now all by itself a whole new field which has made tremendous progress in the past few years.
But will the loss of Steve Jobs actually put the industry, the tech industry, under pressure much more? And given the recession that we may be facing, how is that industry going to be affected in the next couple of years? Perhaps, Apple as a company may sell more or less, even though I think it will take a while until Apple will be impacted. But there are so many other mobile phones, smartphones from many companies, as well as many tablets. And I think that this revolution is not going to stop. It will continue, and we will see more and more mobile devices playing a role in all of our life. For instance, in our case, we can inform a customer of the expected arrival time of the technician. So instead of waiting at home endlessly, not knowing when the technician will come. And I wanted to concentrate just a little bit on your concerns, because we're here in Berlin, we're covering all the debt crisis, the talks about, what's happening with periphery Europe, what's happening with the banks. How is that going to affect your business if we do fall into recession? Of course, Israel is so skewed towards exports that must have an impact on ClickSoftware.
Yeah, of course, we are all watching the situation and hoping that the world does not go into a recession. As far as ClickSoftware, ever since 2008, when the recession started with the collapse of Lehman Brothers, we continued to execute well and actually continue to grow at an average rate of close to 20% per year. Part of the reason is that customer service is recognized as a strategic element of the success of every company today. And we're in the business of actually improving the ability of a company to deliver service to its customers. In bad times, when companies have to downsize, still customer service needs to be done, and that's exactly where we come in. We help these companies to deliver the best service with the minimum number of
all right.
people.
Moshe
and effort.
Benbassat, we have to leave it there, but like a lot of companies, you may benefit.